BFM 91.2 को स्टुडियो घडीमा बेलुकीको ठीक 7 बजेको छ।
यस टाइम चेकका प्रायोजक
सप्तकोशी ओपिसी सिमेन्ट पूर्वको गौरव।
तपाईको वहाँ 100% तपाईको।
आगामी कार्यक्रमको साथमा कोहिनोर चस्मा घर, रङ्गेली रोड, विराटनगर। कोहिनोर चस्मा घर फर बेटर vision.
The VAR Show, the one place for your weekly football update.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the VAR Show, the show which talks about various major football leagues in detail. So this week we'll continue with the interviews, and yes, we have the results in the last segment. So from the past week, and that's from the Bundesliga, from Serie A, from Premier League and the La Liga. Well, we have Prakash with us looking after the technical aspects. So without wasting any further time, let's dive into the first song for the day, and we'll see you after the other side.
Here comes a wave meant to wash me away, a tide that is taking me under, swallowing sand with nothing to say, my voice drowned out in the thunder. But I won't cry, and I won't start to crumble whenever they try to shut me or cut me down. I won't be silenced, you can't keep me quiet, won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless, 'cause I breathe when they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. Written in stone, every rule, every word, centuries old and unbending. Stay in your place, better seen and not heard. Well, now that story is ending, 'cause I cannot start to crumble. So come on and try to shut me and cut me down. I won't be silent, you can't keep me quiet, won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless. Let the storm in, I cannot be broken. No, I won't live unspoken, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. Try to lock me in this cage, I won't just lie me down and die. I will take these broken wings and watch me burn across the sky. Hear the echo saying I won't be silenced. Though you wanna see me tremble when you try it, all I know is I won't go speechless, speechless. 'Cause I breathe when they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless.
So welcome back to the first segment of the day, and today we continue with the interview. So today we have the former Tottenham, Celtic and the Swiss international. So without any further time, so let's get moving with the interview.
The VAR Show, the one place for your weekly football update.
Hola, very warm welcome to the VAR show. The show which talks about all the various major football leagues in detail. Today we are going to go on a theme of interviews, and we have a very interesting guest with us today. We have the former Tottenham Grasshopper Celtic player and also a former Switzerland international, Mr. Raymond Vega, with us. So without wasting much time, I would first thank Raymond for coming on the show. Thank you and welcome to the show. And I would like to begin by asking you, how are you and what are you doing during this pandemic period?
Well, obviously, what we're just doing now, quite a lot of Zooms, interviews as well, and obviously meetings within Zoom, as pretty much everything else, everybody else, to be honest with you, at the moment, you know. I'm in Hungary at the moment, in Budapest, so from that point of view, I'm in a safe place because the country is extremely well organized within this, let's call it terrible kind of way of shock. Everybody got kind of been shocked by what happens, you know, but these guys here really done a very good job, and everything is slowly up and running again, and I feel very safe in this country now.
So, let's talk about a lighter topic, that is football, in comparison to what's happening all around the world. So I'll start with your playing career. You have played in so many leagues in so many countries in the world. How different are the footballing cultures, like in the different countries according to your experience?
Well, of course, there are completely different culture. Well, first of all, if you play in Europe, everybody thinks if you play in Europe, everybody's the same. It's not. It's not the same, to be honest with you. There are, again, different languages, different cultures as well. I played in Italy, of course, in Switzerland starting, and also playing in England as well, So there's already three different major cultures, The Swiss, extremely conservative, their way of thinking. The Italian, very flamboyant, very kind of creative. And then I got obviously the English side of it, extremely, I would call it British humor, black humor behind there, as well. So it's kind of, to adapt was not easy at the beginning, but I was very lucky to come from a country like Switzerland, where you have already some multicultural kind of languages there. The adaptation was quite easier maybe than other players, because I spoke the languages. I spoke Italian already, I spoke German, and I spoke English in the same time. So it's important to know the language, because that's where you start to know the culture of the country very well and integrating within them,
So in your experience, which one did you like the most?
Wow, this is a very good question, my friend. I don't want to insult anybody now. Listen, I think a mixture of all three, to be honest with you. Of course, I was born and grew up in Switzerland. So in terms of the quality and positions, the way the Swiss thinking, it's a great place to be in that side. But then if you want to be more open-minded, scenario, more creative, I think Italy is a stunning place. Absolutely beautiful country, great food, of course, as well. And then, of course, you got the major world of England. You got the half of the world in London. From all kind of background. And I think that's the beauty about London. You're not feeling as a foreigner there. You actually feel part of the society in London, and that's something that actually made me stay for quite a while then in London.
So, okay, I'll let that one go. You are very political in that, so I'll let it go. So, I'll start with your time at Grasshoppers. You had a lot of success there. You won a lot of league titles and other cups. And how would you describe your time at Grasshopper? And also, could you explain us how is the Swiss league? Because the only thing maybe an outsider like me knows is Mohamed Salah played in Basel.
Well, yes, of course. Now we hear about Basel, because Basel at the moment, in the last 10 years was or more, pretty much started to be very successful. Quite a lot of money came involved there. When I was playing at that time, Grasshopper Zurich was the club in Switzerland. And in terms of branding and name, today Grasshopper Zurich is still the biggest club in Switzerland. It's now, unfortunately, in the second division. It was mismanaged the last 10, 15 years. Financial crisis got into the club as well, where pretty much put it where it is at the moment, unfortunately, But Grasshopper Zurich is without a doubt the club to be when I was playing football at the time. And I was very lucky with 16 years old to join such a big club from a small little village. I came out outside of Zurich. It's called Drimbach, near Olten. That's the main city there. You know, can you imagine 15, 16 years old, coming to a big city, at that time, big city, we call it Zurich, you know, to a big club like Grasshoppers to play, you know, it was an honor. And then I had a great 6 years run there. As you just mentioned, I think from my point of view, I look back now, it's one of the most successful period Grasshopper Zurich had at that time, you know. So I'm very glad that I participate part of the success and history of this big club in Switzerland, you know. As I say, today Grasshopper is in a different place than he was when I was. I hope in the future they will do it, but Basel, of course, at the moment is the club to watch, to see. But I think Grasshopper might come in the next 3 years because I think they have a new owner as well now.
Definitely, hopefully. Even I have taken Grasshopper when I play FIFA, you know.
Good. So
Manager
you know at least the club from digital point of view, you know. You can play FIFA on it, you know. So was I on now in the team Grasshopper already, or was there younger players already there?
I think it was younger players because it wasn't like back then.
Oh, don't make me feel old now, my friend, you know. No, but it's good. It's good to have Grasshopper. Even at FIFA, to have Grasshopper Club Zurich in there means, you know, it's definitely one of the main clubs in Switzerland, you know. So, yeah, I was very pleased and honored to play for such a club at that time for Switzerland.
So after that, you had a brief spell at Cagliari in Italy. I don't think so. It went according to how you would have wanted because you stayed there for a very brief spell. How would you look back at your time in Italy?
Well, first of all, it was a dream come true because I played in the Euro 96 in England just in that summer before with the Swiss national team, you know. We played a great tournament. For us as a player, I was a youngster to play such a big tournament. It was unbelievable experience, play against England, Holland, Scotland at that time, one of the best players. And I would say, and I repeat again, I think in the mid-90s, I think one of the best players in Europe were playing there, in the world, I would say, to be honest, you know, and be part of that. It was a great honor as well, you know. And then, don't forget, Serie A at that time, it was one of the biggest in the world league. We took in the best players in the world playing in at that league, you know. We took in the Gabriel Batistuta, we talking about the Ronaldos, we took in the Brazilian Ronaldo, very quality one, you know, the Del Pieros, we took in Zidane and all these. And I was honored as a defender from Switzerland, small country like Switzerland, you know, to participate such a big league, you know. And I played for Cagliari, great place, Sardinia. I would recommend everybody to go. It's a beautiful place to go. It's a nice island as well. And I had a great time there. But in the same time, I was playing also quite well within the Serie A. And the English clubs started to want to come for me, you know. And that's football for you, you know. You sign for a club for 3 years, 4 years, but you don't know if you're going to stay for 3-4 years, be honest with them. If you start to play well, of course, you make awareness of other clubs. In that time, Tottenham Hotspurs was coming in for me. And listen, the Premier League will start to calling, and I think that was the next step in my life. And I just make a decision, and I went for it.
So that was the end of the first part of the interview. We'll be back after a short break, but first up, enjoy the song Cheap Thrills.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Friday night and I won't be long. Gotta do my hair, put my makeup on. It's Friday night and I won't be long till I hit the dance floor, hit the dance floor. I got all I need. No, I ain't got cash, but I got you, baby. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. as long as I keep dancing. Oh, baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. I don't need no money as long as I can feel the beat.
दूध तथा दुग्ध पदार्थको सेवन गरौं, विभिन्न प्रकारका रोगसँग लड्ने सक्ने क्षमता बढाउँ।
दुग्ध विकास संस्थान डीडीसी विराटनगरको आईएसओ सर्टिफाइड प्लान्टबाट उत्पादित तथा प्रशोधित डीडीसी ब्रान्डका दूध, दही, पनिर तथा घिउ सेवन गरी विभिन्न प्रकारका रोगसँग लड्न सक्ने क्षमता बढाउन सदैव दूध तथा दुग्ध पदार्थको सेवन गरौं।
दुग्ध विकास संस्थान विराटनगर दुग्ध वितरण आयोजना।
सम्पर्क 021 420 040 98 520 28 640 98 520 33 325।
ओहो शिला, धेरै दिनपछि भेट भयो नि। पहिलेको भन्दा तिमी त निकै फेरेछौ।
ए हो र, जबदेखि मैले खुकुरी ब्रान्ड शुद्ध तोरीको तेल प्रयोग गरेँ तबदेखि नै म स्वस्थ छु र मेरा परिवार पनि स्वस्थ नै छन्। त्यसैले म तिमीलाई पनि अलि महँगो भए तापनि यही खुकुरी ब्रान्ड शुद्ध तोरीको तेल नै प्रयोग गर्ने सल्लाह दिन्छु।
त्यसो भए म पनि आजदेखि यही खुकुरी ब्रान्ड शुद्ध तोरीको तेल नै प्रयोग गर्छु।
हजुर, 2 दशकदेखि उपलब्ध हुँदै आएको उही हाम्रो खुकुरी ब्रान्ड शुद्ध तोरीको तेल नै प्रयोग गरी ढुक्क हौं।
बचत पनि गर्नुपर्छ, ऋण पनि चाहिन्छ, सुरक्षा र सहज सेवा बैंकबाटै पाइन्छ। बैंकमा खाता अझै खोलौँ, राख्नुहुन्न भाका, गाउँ सहर जताततै प्रभु बैंकको शाखा, समृद्धिको सहयात्री प्रभु बैंक नै रोजौँ। बैंक रोज्दा आज होइन भोलिसम्म सोचौँ।
160 भन्दा बढी शाखा भएको प्रभु बैंक सँगै कारोबार गरौँ। प्रभु बैंक, विश्वास लिन्छौँ, विश्वास दिन्छौँ।
कोरोना भाइरसबाट बच्न र बचाउन मोरङ व्यापार संघद्वारा जनहितमा जारी सन्देश।
नियमित रूपमा साबुन पानीले हात धुने गरौं। खोक्दा र हाछ्यौं गर्दा नाक मुख छोप्ने गरौं। फ्लूको लक्षण देखिएमा तुरुन्त चिकित्सकसँग परामर्श गरौं। उद्योग व्यवसाय सञ्चालन गर्दा स्वास्थ्य सचेतना अपनाऊ। काम गर्दा सामाजिक दूरी कायम राखेर मात्र गरौं। भिडभाड नगरौं। आपसी सम्पर्क कम गरौं।
मोरङ व्यापार संघ विराटनगर।
जे गर्दा नि हुँदै हुन्न यो त भयो अति। यतिका वर्ष कुखुरा पाले केही भएन प्रगति।
लौ हेर तिम्रा कुखुरा कति साना साना, हामीले झै पकाउनु पर्छ पोषक मिलेर दाना।
अचम्मै हुन्छ, 36 दिनसम्म 3 किलो 300 ग्राम खुवाउनु पर्छ। पोषकले नै 36 दिनमा कुखुरा 2 किलो भन्दा बढी बढ्छ। यतिका साल काम गरे समय गयो खेर,
मिस्टर गरे पोषक मिलेर दाना नबेचेर। खुबै चल्छ मार्केटमा कुखुराको यो खाना, अझै दिनुहोस् पोषक दाना भन्छन् सबैजना। सबले सधैँ खुवाउँदैछौँ पोषक मिलेर दाना, माला माल्छ मुरी फल्छ गजब छ पोषक मिलेर दाना।
पोषक बेलेट दाना। विश्व शिखरको फेरि सप्तकोशी मुहान, छाती बनेर हाँस इलामको बगान। मिथिलाको सभ्यता सप्तकोशीको नाम, बन्दैछ आज उही पूर्वको अर्को सान। सिलेट सप्तकोशी गौरव बनिरहेछ, विकासको बाटोलाई सधैँ कोरिरहेछ।
सप्तकोशी ओपिसी सिमेन्ट, पूर्वको गौरव।
आयो फेरि आयो है बागमती प्लास्टिक, गाउँ सहर सबैको घर घर बागमती प्लास्टिक। हो यो गौरव नेपालको प्लास्टिकका सामानहरूमा सबैभन्दा पहिलो, कहिल्यै नटुट्ने कहिल्यै नफुट्ने बागमतीका राइनो ब्रान्डका प्लास्टिकका सामानहरू तपाईँहरूको चोक बजारमा फेरि आयो है। राइनो
अनब्रेकेबल।
BFM 91.2 सुन्दै जाऊ BFM 91.2 सुनाउँदै जाऊ
Hello and welcome back to the VAR show. So, yes, we are back and let's move without any other further ado into the second part of the interview straight away with Mr. Redmond.
So, as you said, Tottenham also calling, and that's a very good segue for my next question. That is your time at Tottenham. You played there, I think, for 3 seasons, and you even won the League Cup with them. And I think that was one of the last trophies they won, I think. Like it's quite some time. So, Tottenham had a very bad time. How was your time at Tottenham?
Oh, I had a wonderful time at Tottenham. Obviously we got ups and downs. We had 4.5 years I played for them, and yes, just you mentioned, it's great to be part of history of Tottenham Hotspurs of winning a League Cup. I think it was the last time. Before that, it was about 10 or 15 years before there was winning any trophy, Tottenham Hotspurs, and to be part of such a win in '99 at Wembley Stadium as well. Great experience, big club, front of their own fans, 80,000 people. Listen, what can you more ask for, as a player? That's what you're going for it. That's what you want to play for it. You don't want to play. You want to go for winning the trophies. With trophies, it's the one you're talking about in 100 years. Look at now, even 20, 30 years later, we're talking about it. But money comes, money goes. But trophies never goes. That always stays in your cabinet. And that's the beauty about playing football. That's why you should go for it, And I really enjoyed it there, in the same time.
Definitely. So, talking about Tottenham, what do you think about the Tottenham this season under Mourinho?
Well, listen, Tottenham really improved the last 4 or 5 years. What we took in prior to Mourinho came in was Pochettino as a manager. He's done a fantastic job for the club. Let's be honest. He was not really handed so much money to invest in players. Actually, pretty much nothing. Hardly no transfers for nearly 2 or 3 years. But he built up a very quality team with youngsters. We're talking. Within 5 years, the Harry Kane came through. He's a national player now, pretty much one of the best strikers now England has. Ali Dali, all of these guys, youngsters coming through the rank, and are now worth millions at the club, But in the same time, he went on to the final of the Champions League against Liverpool. So can you imagine? He's done a very good job with the club with limited resources he's been giving, at the same time, they've done a very fantastic stadium, $1 billion of stadium, unbelievable state of the art. I don't know if you see it or maybe you saw it in video clips, or maybe you're going to visit one day. Hopefully, I'm more than gladly to invite you once you come to London. But it's one of the best stadiums now in the world, I would say, to be honest with you. It's a great stadium, but at the moment they have a great stadium, but they have to improve the team to be the same level as the stadium, to be the best in the world, and that's not the moment the case. But I think they improved massively the last 4 or 5 years. And now with Jose Mourinho, he's a different character, as we know all. He's Jose. He has his own way of dealing it, but I think he knows with who he's dealing with Tottenham Hotspur. It's not the same to be managing Man United or Chelsea or Inter Milan or Real Madrid. Tottenham Hotspur is a different way of managing the club, the way even the chairman, Daniel Levy, is managing it. He knows that he has potentially not completely free transfer of all the players. He has to be looking to the money, what kind of players are coming in. So it's a different way of managing, and hopefully Jose can do that with Tottenham Hotspur. He's definitely a great manager because that record shows himself. Now I hope he can keep that record,
So, staying with Tottenham Hotspur, what is the most realistic target for them next season? Is it a top 4 finish, or since you left Jose, do you think a title is possible?
Well, good question. I think, now we are trapped a little bit to kind of this year's Premier League for 2 months was not played. They're going to finish it, hopefully. The Premier League, I think, hopefully starts within the next few weeks. That's what I've been hearing, and then hopefully they finish it in the right way. Of course, they're aiming to be Champions League position for next year's. But I think it would be a good season to show Jose Dominguez a way to be top 5 for certain, top 4, because that's what Tottenham Hotspur should be aiming. Because all these players they have at the moment now, they want to be top 4 and aiming for to win either the league or be qualified for the Champions League. Because otherwise, these top players most likely saying, you know, I need to look for a club who really looks for the top 3, top 4 at the Premier League. You know, so to the question, yes, I think they have to aim. It's part of now of Tottenham Hotspur's way of saying you can't be only be humble, top 10. Now you need to be top 4, top 5 for certain.
So, you know, like moving away from Spurs, moving on to your next club, that was Celtic. You stayed there for a very short time, but you won a treble, domestic treble, I guess, with Celtic. So, and you even went on to say that you would have wanted to stay there long. Like, but what? Why didn't you stay there long? Like, according to you?
Well, it's again a good question. First of all, I joined a massive club. Celtic Glasgow was huge. Tottenham Hotspur is big. Let's not be like that. But when I joined Celtic, I thought, goodness me, this is a huge club, massive fan base worldwide. You know, 60,000 people, fans every week out in the stadium, going absolutely crazy. And to be honest, I had a wonderful time there. You know, how can you not have it? You know, when you start to win for them. You start to win one trophy, and then the second trophy, and then the third trophy. Pretty much everything you can win in Scotland, you know. It's something, why should I not stay longer? You know, I wanted to stay longer because I really enjoyed it. First of all, I enjoyed it very much because the club really embraced me from the start. And also, most important, the supporters were unbelievable, you know. The supporters really embraced me massively, and I really kind of had a great connection with them as well, and I wanted to stay forever there, to be honest with you, because that was my club. It was also in my last period of my career as well, so you have to look into your security, that you are safe as well for the future. But it didn't happen. I was surprised that I really never had really an offer on the table to do it. So what do you do as a player when you're at that age? You know, you need to make sure you are secure for your future, because maybe that would be the last club or contract, you're earning money, and after that it's finished, you know. So you need to make sure you have something. And then I decided to go more to security. Whatever the club came at the time, give me the contract for long term for 4 years, and that was Watford Football Club at that time, you know. Of course, in my heart, it was bleeding because I wanted to be a Celtic. That was my place to be. Even now, I'm having green shirt on, you know. It's not saying I'm, you know, but just to demonstrate, I really had fun time and great memories at Celtic. I can only thank that I even had the chance to play for them, you know.
So with that we'll move into another break, and this will again be a short one, I think. But first up, we have the song for you, Numb.
So much more aware, I'm becoming there.
टाइल्स, मार्बल, ग्रेनाइट, सिभी फिटिङ्स, बाथवेयर र सेनेटरीका लागि पूर्वाञ्चलमै पहिलो एक्सक्लुसिभ सोरुम रोयल मार्बल अब विराटनगरमा। रोयल मार्बल प्राइभेट लिमिटेड, हाम्रो अस्पताल अगाडि एयरपोर्ट मोड, 021 460 231 र 98 017 083 33।
रोयल मार्बल, एक्सपिरियन्स द रोयल लिभिङ। अब मेरो नयाँ साथी हेलो टु भेनस स्किन एन्ड हेयर ट्रान्सप्लान्ट क्लिनिक, कोशी अञ्चल अस्पताल उत्तरपट्टि, MR डायग्नोस्टिक भवनको दोस्रो तल्ला, विराटनगर, 9810 55 0316 www.venus.com.np। अब बन्ने होइन त एक्स्ट्रा अर्डिनरी।
एन्टेना फाउन्डेसन नेपालको प्रस्तुति नेपाल चौतारी।
7 दिन 7 सवाल।
घरमै बसेर पनि 3 महिनाको स्वत प्रकाशन गर्ने विवरण, त्यो त आफ्नो आफ्नो शाखाको आफ्नो आफ्नो जिम्मेवारीको कुरा त घरमा बसेर पनि त्यो प्रस्तुत गर्न सकिन्छ र त्यो सूचना भित्तामा टाँस्न सकिन्छ।
हामी सामाजिक रूपले अलग भएको छैनौँ, टाढा भएको छैनौँ, भौतिक रूपले असामान्य परिस्थितिमा केही समय टाढा भएको।
हामी कहाँ लागेको लकडाउन भनेको चाहिँ यो हेल्थ इमर्जेन्सीलाई चाहिँ कन्ट्रोल गर्न, जुन संक्रमक रोग ऐन अन्तर्गत लागेको अवस्थामा चाहिँ कुनै पनि सूचना प्रवाह गर्ने दायित्वबाट चाहिँ स्टेटले पन्छिन चाहिँ पाउँदैन।
धारामा पानी खान पनि दिएनन्, गाउँको बाटो हिँड्नु पनि दिएनन्, बस्न पनि दिएनन्, खाना पकाएर खान पनि दिएनन् भन्ने जुन कुराहरू आयो नि, त्यो हामीले यही सामाजिक दूरी कायम गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने जुन शब्दले निर्माण गरेको एउटा मनोविज्ञान थियो कि मान्छेलाई टाढा राख भन्ने कुरा।
स्थानीय रेडियो, हाम्रो पात्रो, एन्टेनाको वेबसाइट र सोसल मिडियामा हरेक बिहान 8:15 बजे देशैभरि एकैसाथ नेपाल चौतारी।
प्रसारण सहकार्य
ब्रोडकास्टिङ एसोसिएसन अफ नेपाल, बान।
खुसीको खबर, अब विराटनगरमै पहिलो पटक दाँत सम्बन्धी सम्पूर्ण उपचार अत्याधुनिक उपकरणबाट।
त्रिभुवन विश्वविद्यालयका गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट डाक्टर पवन मेहताद्वारा अब लोक सेवा डेन्टल क्लिनिक विराटनगरमा अत्याधुनिक उपकरणबाट दाँत सम्बन्धी सम्पूर्ण समस्याको उपचार गरिन्छ। तपाईँ पनि सम्झनुहोस्।
स्तरीय, सर्वसुलभ र भरपर्दो उपचारका लागि लोक सेवा डेन्टल क्लिनिक, विराटनगर 5 बरगाछी।
सम्पर्क 9807 24 167 9807 24 167।
बाबु एकछिन फोन छाड, जाऊ पाउरोटी किनेर आऊ। कति च्याटिङ गरिरहन्छौ?
बुवा 1 मिनट, म एनएमबी ब्याङ्कमा खाता खोल्दैछु ल।
कसरी? च्याटिङ गरेर पनि ब्याङ्क खाता खोलिन्छ?
हजुर, अब फेसबुक वा भाइबर च्याट गरेर उच्चतम ब्याज पाइने बचत तथा मुद्दती खाता सहज सुरक्षित रूपमा खोल्न सक्नुहुन्छ।
च्याट गरेर खाता? वाह, यो हो नि स्मार्ट तरिका।
बैंक स्मार्ट, आजै च्याट गर्नुहोस्।
आहा, कति राम्रो गहना, कहाँ किनेको?
यो सब अमन ज्वेलर्सको कमाल हो नि। यहाँ असल सुन चाँदीको तयारी गरगहना, राशि, रत्न, रुद्राक्ष पाउनको साथै अर्डर बमोजिम ग्यारेन्टीका साथै तयार गरिन्छ। तपाईँ पनि नयाँ डिजाइनको गरगहनाहरू चाहनुहुन्छ भने अमन ज्वेलर्सलाई सम्झिनुहोस्।
अमन ज्वेलर्स, राम जानकी पथ, विराटनगर 1, प्रोप्राइटर बब्लुजी, 98 421 26 740 98 420 45 765।
संगीत हो सागर मनको बहार BFM 91.2
So welcome back to the VAR show, and we still have Mr. Redmond with us. So let's get moving quickly and wrap up the show interview with him.
So here my next question, I'll put you in a difficult spot. Okay, so you have to think and answer. Please do not be political.
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer? The first league title with Grasshoppers, the League Cup with Tottenham, or the domestic treble with Celtic?
I don't even have to be political. For me, the treble at Celtic was outstanding. This is you don't do that every day, to be honest with you. Yes, Grasshopper Zurich was First, we won the League Cup and also then the Cup as well. Yes, it is exciting. It's your home country. You're playing for the best team of the country of Switzerland. You're representing them. Yes, that's great. No problem at all. But when in Tottenham Hotspur is such a big club, also to win any trophy at the time, it was unbelievable. Winning the League Cup, it was great. But then, to be honest, when you go to win like in Scotland, all the 3 trophies you can get in such a big club, for me, that's the one is winning of all the 3 kind of clubs, pretty much, you know. Definitely, without a doubt, the Celtic treble is for me the winner.
So again, I'll put you in a difficult spot. According to you, which fan culture did you enjoy the most? You know, like in these 3 or 4 countries you have played in.
Well, I think the English and Scottish fans, that's the one I fall kind of in love in the first place, without playing for Tottenham and Celtic at the time, because I had experience at the Euro 96. First of all, the first opening game against England, where we draw 1-1. You know, at that time, the Tony Adams, the Alan Shearers, the Teddy Sheringham, obviously the famous Paul Gascoigne, you know, playing at Wembley in front of 80,000 people. I think a third of that was only the small Swiss supporters, you know, and the rest was all English supporters. Just that sheer passion of the English supporter was for me extremely new and unbelievable. And I thought that part of love that the English football is unbelievable, because when you go in the stadium, that passion for the player, it's beautiful to play in front of them, you know. So for me, English support to that side is and the Scottish Celtic in this case, you know, are definitely my favourite supporters in terms to be part and be experienced of it.
So talking about Celtic, they are on the course to do a 10 in a row. Do you think they'll be able to do it?
So again, the question?
Celtic are going to win the league title 10 in a row next season. Do you think they can do it?
I think so. To be honest with you, I think so. They have a good chance to do it. I've done it already this year. Well, my ex-colleague Neil Nellen, I used to play with him. We also won the treble together. He is now the manager, so he has already experience of doing as a player, and now he has his experience potentially as a manager as well. There's no doubt. I think Celtic has a good chance to do that, and I hope they're doing it, because that would be great achievement for the club. First of all, the supporters were going absolutely mad, because obviously, I don't know if you know a little bit, but the rivalry between Glasgow Rangers and Celtic is huge at Glasgow, you know, massive, you know. So for Celtic to win the 10th in a row, it's like, wow, you're going to be the master of the city in Glasgow, you know. And of course, I do hope that they're going to do it. And I hope also my colleague and partner used to be Neil Lennon is doing as a coach, because he's a fantastic coach. He can do that. Yeah, absolutely. I hope so.
So on that note, Raymond, thank you so much for talking to me, and I wish you all the best for your future. And I hope you can become the FIFA president, you know, in the future. You never know.
Well, listen, I hope I can come down to Nepal to visit you guys as well. I really love to. And I heard so many things about it, not just for the country, but in general, to see what you guys are up to it, you know.
Sure, you can come down. It's like Switzerland itself. Maybe not that developed, but in terms of the nature, we have quite similar.
That's why I'm saying you've got fantastic nature, obviously. Huge mountains, isn't it? And I can see this very careful, dangerous roads sometimes, you know. I only see it on video clip. But I'm really, really, really love to come to that country, because I heard wonderful things about it. Also about you guys as the people as well, you know. So I'm hopefully, when everything is calming down, you never know, so I might have a little visit to them, you know.
Please do. Now at least you know one person. You should definitely come down, and I think you should run for the next FIFA president election.
Oh, thank you very much for that. I hope Nepal will also support me because we need all the kind of support. If people think the right way, with the right mentality, why not?
Thank you so much, Raymond, for talking to me.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
So that was Mr. Raymond, former Swiss international. So with that, we end the interview with him, and I would like to thank him for his time and support. Well, you guys listening to us can also send in your perspectives to our Facebook page or message us through various social media networks. You can find us with the name The VAR Show. Well, with that, we'll move into the fourth song for the day. That's One Thing.
I've tried playing it cool, but when I'm looking at you, I can't ever be brave, 'cause you make my heart race. Shot me out of the sky, you're my kryptonite. You keep making me weak, yeah, frozen and can't breathe. Something's gotta give now, 'cause I'm dying just to make you see that I need you here with me now. 'Cause you've got that one thing. So get out, get out, get out of my head. I'm falling to my arms instead. I don't know what it is, but I need that one thing. You got that one thing. Now I'm climbing the walls, but you don't notice at all that I'm going out of my mind all day and all night. Something's gotta give now, 'cause I'm dying just to know your name, and I need you here with me now, 'cause you've got that one thing. So get out, get out, get out of my head. I'm falling to my arms instead. I don't know what it is, but I need that one thing. Get out, get out, get out of my mind, and come into my life. I don't know what it is, but I need that one thing. You got that one thing. You've got that one thing. Get out, get out, get out of my head. I'm falling to my arms instead. So get out, get out, get out of my head. I'm falling to my arms instead. I don't know what it is, but I need that one thing. Get out, get out, get out of my mind, and come into my life. I don't know what it is, but I need that one thing. You got that one thing.
नेपाल विद्युत प्राधिकरण रङ्गेली वितरण केन्द्र रङ्गेली मोरङको सूचना। विद्युत चोरी गर्नु कानुनी र सामाजिक अपराध हो।
विद्युत चोरी नगरौं र चोरी गरेको थाहा पाएमा यथाशीघ्र नजिकको विद्युत कार्यालयमा जानकारी गराई सचेत नागरिकको परिचय दिउँ।
तपाईको घर टोलमा चुहावट नियन्त्रणका लागि आउने कर्मचारीलाई सहयोग पुर्याई विद्युत चुहावट मुक्त समाजको निर्माणमा सहभागी हौं।
कतै विद्युतीय चुहावट देखिएमा कार्यालयमा सूचना दिउँ। सम्पर्क नम्बर 9852 80 650।
विद्युतको दुरुपयोगले दुर्घटना निम्त्याउनुका साथै विद्युत आपूर्तिमा अवरोध पुग्छ।
सडक बत्ती उज्यालो समयमा बन्द गरौँ। सम्पूर्ण सडक बत्तीमा स्विचको प्रयोग गरौँ।
सिंचाई प्रयोगमा भएका मिटर सुरक्षित तवरले राखौं। सिंचाई मिटर राख्दा कोल्टे भुइँमा सुताएको कतै उल्टो भए तुरुन्त खबर गरी विद्युत चुहावटबाट बचौं।
बिजुलीको तार टुटेको चुडिएको पाइएमा अथवा भेटिएमा विद्युत कार्यालयमा खबर गरी लाइन बन्द गराई विद्युत कर्मचारी आई नपुग्दासम्म उक्त क्षेत्रमा प्रवेश नगरौं।
विद्युतीय पोल इस्टेमा गाई भैँसी एवं पशु बाँध्न प्रयोग नगरौं। नेपाल विद्युत प्राधिकरण रङ्गेली वितरण केन्द्र रङ्गेली मोरङ।
सोमानी ड्युरा ग्रेस लन्च पूर्वाञ्चलको एकमात्र सोरुम सिटी मार्बलमा सोमानीका डुरा ग्रेस ठुला ठुला टाइल्सका साथसाथै जेक्वारका फर्सेट र सेनेटरी वेयरका साथै मार्बल ग्रेनाइट, मार्बल फ्लोगार्डका CPVC, PVC फिटिङ र PVC बोर्डहरू खोजे जस्तो उचित मूल्यमा पाउनुहुनेछ।
सिटी मार्बल, विराटनगर, भिरकुडी चोक, DSP रोड।
फोन 021 52 71 81 52 71 81।
कोरोना भाइरस कोभिड-19 विरुद्ध धनपालथान गाउँपालिकाको अभियान।
नआत्यौं, उच्च सतर्कता अपनाऊ, साबुन पानीले नियमित रूपमा हात धुने बानी बसालौं, हात अनुहारमा नलैजाउँ, भिडभाडदेखि टाढै बसौं, सरकार र स्वास्थ्य कर्मीले भनेको मानौं।
धनपालथान गाउँपालिका मोरङ।
लिटल स्माइल्स बाल बालिका क्लिनिक आफ्ना 14 वर्षसम्मका छोराछोरीका विभिन्न स्वास्थ्य समस्या उपचारका लागि सम्झनुहोस् लिटल स्माइल्स बाल बालिका क्लिनिक। ठेगाना पनि सजिलो छ। लिटल स्माइल्स बाल बालिका क्लिनिक, पुष्पलाल चोक, विराटनगर। लिटल स्माइल्स, अब त परिवार नै मुस्कुराउँछ।
संगीत, मनोरञ्जन, खबर बिहान 5 देखि रात्रि 11 सम्म निरन्तर BFM 91.2 सुन्दै जाऊ, सुनाउँदै जाऊ।
So welcome back to the VAR show, and it's that time of the week where we declare the results. Well, now we have the results from the Bundesliga, Serie A, Premier League and the La Liga. So the first up, Augsburg took on Leipzig in a 1-2 victory for Leipzig, probably one of the last games for Timo Werner in Leipzig colours. So, and he went on to score the brace and get the winner for Leipzig in this game. Well, Borussia Dortmund were completely destroyed by Hoffenheim, and it was their star striker Kramaric, who is a former Leicester Premier League winner. Well, Premier League winner with Leicester, so it was a 0-4 victory for Hoffenheim, and Kramaric, he went on to score all the 4 goals for Hoffenheim, and that included one of his no-look penalties. Well, that really stormed the internet, that no-look penalty, and yes, he was declared the man of the match, and most importantly, he took the match ball home. FC Bayern, there is no stopping them. They took on Wolfsburg in a 4-0 victory. Well, it was Koeman who opened the scoring. Kroosens doubled the lead. Lewandowski again on the score sheets with a penalty this time, and Thomas Muller made it 4. Well, Kulavoy, he received a red card for Wolfsburg, and Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, they become the second team after French league winners Paris Saint-Germain to lift the trophy home this season. Well, Juventus took on Lille, and this was again a 4-0 victory game. Well, this back-to-back 4-0 games. So this time it was Dybala opening, Cristiano Ronaldo, Higuain, and then Matthias de Ligt, the star defender, adding the 4th goal for Juventus. So that was 4-0 victory for Juventus, and it was much expected, I think. Well, Milan took on Roma, Serie A. So it was Rebic who opened the scoring. It was late. The goals came in the later half of the game, very late, I would say, the last half of the game. So 76th minute Rebic, and Canao got in the 89th minute. So that was 2-0 victory for Milan. Well, Roma are losing shape, I think, in recent times. And okay, so England followed up with FA Cup during this period when games were going on around in other leagues. So in the FA Cup quarter-final round, it was Sheffield United taking on Arsenal. Arsenal got in the victory 1-2. When Leicester played Chelsea, Ross Barkley got in the winner for Chelsea in a 0-1 victory. Newcastle played Man City, and Man City comfortably won over Newcastle 0-2. So Real Madrid took on Espanyol, and they went on to win 0-1 in the game, and the goal of the game came before halftime. It was Casemiro, the defensive midfielder, who got in the goal of an Karim Benzema assist. Brighton took on Manchester United. So it was again their star midfielder and the newcomer into the side, Bruno Fernandes, who shown at the score sheets. Well, he has been shining in day out for Manchester United, and what a signing he has turned out to be. He again got in a brace in this game. Mason Greenwood opened the scoring in the 16th minute, but Bruno Fernandes and the Pogba combination, I think they are turning out to be stunning for Manchester United. They look unstoppable since these two players have started to pair up together. So that was a 0-3 victory over Brighton for Manchester United. Arsenal coming back to winning ways. So after the FA Cup win, they followed it up with a 4-0 victory over Norwich City. Aubameyang, Granit Xhaka, again Aubameyang got in a brace in the 67th minute, and then Soares ended the scoreline in 4-0 victory for Arsenal. So Everton took on Leicester City. So this was much important game for Leicester as they look to keep the spot, the third position spot and the spot for the Champions League. Well, but it didn't end as expected for Leicester. So as they lost out 2-1 to Everton, it was Richarlison who opened the scoring very early on in the 16th minute. Sigurdsson doubled the lead in 16th minute with a penalty, and Ekanen he got in a solidarity goal for Leicester in the 51st minute. So that was 2-1 for Everton. Well, Inter Milan took on Bremen, and it was a riot run by Inter. They ended up winning 6-0. Ashley Young, Sanchez, and Eriksen, they all got under the score sheet, so it was 6-0. I don't want to go depth into this. Well, Juventus, they continued the winning run as they won 1-3 yet again in the next game. Paulo Dybala, Cristiano Ronaldo, Douglas Costa all getting into the score sheet, so that was 3-1. A surprise factor, West Ham United came out on top in the derby against Chelsea. Well, Chelsea would have surely wanted the 3 points and move above Leicester, but they lost out 3-2. So Willian opened the scoring in the 42nd minute, but it was all too much for Chelsea to take as they lost out 3-2. Well, after winning over Man City, this was heartbreaking, I think, for Chelsea fans. They would have expected to win this game easily. Sheffield United looked to be back to winning ways. They got in a big win over Tottenham Hotspurs. So Berg opened the scoring. Mossad, McBurney, they added another 2, so that made it 3 for Sheffield United till the 84th minute. But Harry Kane, he got in a solidarity goal for Tottenham that came in the 90th minute of the game, where Harry Kane was also denied thrice in this game. So that was tough luck for Tottenham and Jose Mourinho. So they would look to fetch points fast in the coming games as they would like to secure a Champions League spot as well. Okay, the biggest game of this season, I think, in the Premier League, it was Man City against Liverpool. Liverpool, straight first game after being declared the champions, have had a terrible day. Manchester City were thrashing all around the Liverpool half, and it was a 4-0 victory for Man City. Liverpool had the chances, but they failed to convert. It was tough day for Liverpool, tough outing for Jurgen Klopp and his side. Well, Kevin De Bruyne opened in 25th minute, Raheem Sterling 35th minute, Phil Foden 45th minute, and Oxlade-Chamberlain in the 66th minute secured an O goal. Real Madrid 1-0. Real Madrid had a 1-0 win over Getafe. Sergio Ramos got the penalty. And yes, now we'll inform you about the tables. Liverpool lead, 86th minute, crowned champions Man City, Leicester, Chelsea in the run. Real Madrid on top, 74, followed by Barcelona, Atletico, Sevilla. And Juventus lead the Serie A with 72 points. Lazio, Inter and Atlanta follow. And finally, the German league, it's Bayern Munich 82 winners, Dortmund 69, Leipzig and Mönchengladbach at 65. So with that, we come to the end of this week. we'll see you next week, same day, that's Friday, and same time, 7 p.m. So until then, it's goodbye from us.
Someone you leave behind, I'll break your heart so you don't break mine.